there is, excuse me, 11 dimensions. It's not theory. I know those 11 dimensions. Then we've got reincarnation. I know reincarnation is a thing. I'm taking a slightly different angle on this because I need to speak to Becky and the guys about something, and I'm hoping I'm going to be able to share it with you, but I'm going to let you know what I'm going to do, the track I'm going down. So, Mr. A, he's born, goes through society, grows up, meets his wonderful wife, gets married, they had children. Eventually, the guy or his beautiful wife die. She goes somewhere. She goes somewhere spiritual. Some people would say it's heaven. Then we've got the reincarnation thing. So, no, let's not use Mrs. A, B or whatever. Several people go through that scenario, they die, they go to this A, wonderful place. Some of them get reincarnated and come back. They go through the whole cycle again, they die, they go to a wonderful place. Point being, if everything is as it's deemed to be, shall we say, if I died tomorrow, or in 20, 30 years, I'd go to this place, presumably, as it's deemed to be. I'd probably see my mother, who would have been gone by then, and some friends and relatives and everything else. How wonderful. Problem being, if I come back then one day and go through the whole cycle again, what happens to all them friends and relatives from the life before in this forever place? Do I end up with another set of friends and relatives when I die again? Does this keep going on and on and on? Do I end up with several wives, several children, several relatives each time when I pass over, I go upstairs? You know, it's an intriguing question. And that brings me to the 11 dimensions. So, there was 11 dimensions. And this is to do with the time stream, which is there to make it possible for certain things to happen, and the existence of spirits being. So let's just imagine there's 11 Dons and Paddies. Each dimension is a present. There's 11 dimensions. They are each, this is complicated, I'm not going to get into this, I'm just going to say each dimension is a current present to that dimension. But at the same time, some are past, present and future. Bear with me. If you're in the 9th dimension, you're in your present, but another past, because the 10th dimension is actually ahead of the 9th dimension, which is ahead of the 8th dimension, putting the 8th dimension effectively in the past. So you've got past, present and future, although they are all current at the same time. That's a story for another day, but let's just go with this. So in all these dimensions, there's 11 Dons and Paddies or whatever, and we all die, each in their own dimension, their own field, and we go to this wonderful place. What, we all hook up and see ourselves? The 11 Don and Paddies at some point, we're going to go just to this one singular place. So when we go to this one singular place, we are what? Mixing with Roman soldiers that are past. We are mixing with all different times and eras through history, all in one place. Or is this place also in 11 dimensions, or at least more than one dimension? And I've got to be careful. The time stream has something to do with this. No, we don't have Neanderthal men running around with people from World War II or the Civil War, and etc., 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 and John Lennon, and stuff. You know, it's not mixed. There is a separation by timeline, which is also to do with the time stream. But getting back to my basic questions that I have now, because I need to push things further and raise the bar, there is no doubt in my mind, and it's been confirmed by Becky, that there is indeed 11 dimensions. And there is no doubt in my mind, and again confirmed by Becky, and science, even whether they like it or not. There's just how far do we have to go before we go, wow, that's pretty concrete. The reincarnation, the stories, people being tested, this, that, the hypnosis, the things that are confirmed afterwards. There's no doubt in my mind at all that that's a thing. So that raises them two very important questions about what happens after. You cannot keep going through a cycle, coming back, dying, coming back, and expecting to see relatives from each lifetime up there all together. So this is some more digging. So I'm going to be going down, and I've got a pretty good feeling that I will be able to share some of that information with you. I've already got quite a lot of information about this, but it's a big topic, and you know what? It's not the kind of thing you start putting out publicly unless you've got a working model. That's what I want. I want a working model. Literally, I can draw whatever and explain how this thing works. I'm going to go now. Do you know what? I don't want you to listen to what I've just said in this video. I want you to look at yourself, dig deep, and really think about everything. Just think about what it means. Guys, support this channel, because this is important work that we're doing. We need attention to get the information out. This is not about me. I've said this before. It's not about Don Phillips. It's not about my truth. It's not about your truth. It's about them and their truth, and the way things actually are, instead of how they're perceived to be. Paranormal world is shaking up, guys. And now it's time for truth.